Hi everyone, I'm Andrea from Sunnyside Healing Arts in Toronto. I'm a therapist, Reiki practitioner, and integrative wellness counselor. And I've created this video today because I want to talk to you about fear. I want to use a personal example so that I can highlight how fear can affect our lives, but then also how we can work with it. So to a certain extent, fear, similar to anxiety, they're the same thing, can be adaptive. It can help to alert us to potential danger and threat. However, fear can also become pretty maladaptive when we really give into it and there is no objective threat, and we allow it to become bigger and bigger and bigger and start to control our actions, movements, or to stop our movements. So I like to use a lot of affirmations and inspirational quotes in my work, and there have been a few about fear that have really resonated with me that I'll share with you. The first is that fear doesn't prevent death, it prevents life, which I certainly see this to be true in my own life and also in my professional life. Another one of my favorites is that fear can stand for forget everything and run, or face everything and rise, which is, I hope, what I'm doing here today. So my personal example that I want to share with you today is that I actually have been in private practice since 2013. I went through a whole career change. I really changed a lot of what was going on in my life, and it's become fairly scary for me to put myself out there in a different way. I was really scared about how people were going to judge me, if they were going to agree with what I'm saying, if they were going to agree with my approach to treatment, what they would say about how I'm delivering my messages, etc., etc., etc. It becomes really a lot. So that becomes maladaptive fear. And fear and anxiety, they actually serve a purpose in our lives. They kind of keep us safe. They stop us from going out there and really engaging in our passions or putting ourselves out there as unique individuals. It kind of stops us from living our purpose, expressing our messages, and being who we really are, going after what we want. And in that respect, fear becomes really unhealthy. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting until I was no longer feeling fear so that I could start putting myself and my message out there. And that day really hasn't come. But what I've learned over my years in practice is that fear might be there, but the more we resist against it, the more power fear has. So what if we were to work with fear and work through fear? How about that? So today I sit here pretty vulnerable because I'm still a little bit scared. This isn't my first video anymore. I actually did that yesterday. But what I'm noticing is that, hey, you know what? I can muster up my courage, my strength, my desire to put myself out there and express my message. Because you know what? If I reach one person and this helps one person, that would be great. And yeah, maybe there are going to be some people who don't really agree with what I'm saying, or who don't appreciate my message or my style or my approach. And that's possible. And I can deal with that, right? So here's me being vulnerable but courageous, allowing myself to be seen, feeling fear, but then also realizing that I'm also feeling really excited. And what I noticed after doing my first video yesterday and uploading it, it's actually been really energizing for me. I was actually, even though I didn't have a fabulous sleep last night, I woke up feeling more energized, more motivated, and it's been really inspiring. So I wanted to share this with you because it's so important how we can work with fear. Fear might still be there, but the more we're able to work with it, the more power we have, the less power fear has, the less prominent it becomes. It doesn't have to go away. That might not be what's going to happen, but we can move with it instead of resisting against it. So I really hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, that's okay. But I wanted to let you know that we do have choices. We can make different choices. So we can choose to be fearful or fierce. And today I chose fierce, and I wanted to share that with you. All the best.